Hey guys, I'm Ken DeCoste and Revealed is back. So let's just jump right into it. Today we're going to talk about some entryway cabinetry we have going on here and this hinge in particular and why it's so important to this project. So typically we're using a standard Bloom hinge. We make all of our doors out of 1-inch thick material. So we use Bloom's thick door hinges. However, in certain applications, we need to switch up what hinge we're using. And that's where this particular hinge comes in for this application. Now on all of the other doors, we're using our standard clip top, thick door, 95-degree hinges. But this one here is Bloom's 125-degree zero protrusion hinge. And the reason this is special here is if we close the door, here we're gonna have another finished end panel. So that means we have not only the cabinet case, but also the end panel that this door needs to overlay. Now with a standard 95-degree or even the 110 hinges, if you're using a thinner door, you can't get a standard overlay hinge to go that full 1.5-inch distance. So that's where the zero protrusions come in. And it's only on the 125-degree hinges. They do offer, 155s and 170s, but it's only on the 125 that you're able to overlay 41 millimeters. So that makes this hinge perfect for this application. So basically, we're gonna have an end panel that comes here. The end panel and the edge of the door will be flush. We'll have our, typical 1/8-inch gap here. And then when we open this door, no problem. And it still comes and overlays completely when it's shut. Now, one of the other things here with this hinge is the restrictor clip. This is required for the double overlay application. The reason being, when these doors are fully opened, the actual armature here, these prongs, will hit that door without the clip. So once we add on that clip, it's going to stop this at 92 degrees. So those prongs do not come out and hit the actual door. The reason for this is typically you'd have a 4 to 8 millimeter bore distance. In this application, we have something more like a 44.5 millimeter bore distance to allow for that double overhang. So these prongs would hit the inside of that door, but with the restrictor clip, it does not allow them to hit and damage the door. Some of the other reasons you might want to use restrictor clips with any hinge, not just in this double overlay application, are these are 92-degree stops. So it prevents that door from opening any further than that 92. So if you're up against the wall and you don't want your door to hit that wall, something like the restrictor clip would come in handy to prevent that from opening all the way. Not only do we have those hinges on this door, we have them on this door here because it's the same exact thing. We have an end panel going on this side. Now, what is this entire thing? Well, I'm glad you asked. This here is cabinetry that's going in the entryway of a home. So where I'm walking in right now, this would be the front door. You close the door behind you, you now have a full height coat closet. So inside here, we're gonna have a closet rod, full height, so you can hang long coats, things like that, with a small adjustable shelf above it for additional storage there. And right above it, as continues through all of these entryway cabinets, we have some lift up doors here for extra storage. Now this is another really great lift up hardware. This is the Bloom HK Top. These are perfect for lift up doors like this. Once we have these dialed in, that door will stop at any height. Again, we just need to make some final adjustments here. So that way, if you just need to place something in real quick, you're not having to, in this case, these are gonna be so tall, you need to grab a ladder to get that door back down. You can just reach it and close that door. And they still have the soft close feature. Because we have 5 panels that are all going to be next to one another, we like to grain match or sequence match all of these pieces. So we actually went ahead and had to have these panels custom ordered. We did not veneer these in-house, but instead we had them ordered this way so that all of these sheets that you're about to, see were all laid up in sequence, so they do all match going throughout this entire run of cabinetry. So for some of these things, you are able to get sequence matched right off the shelf at your local panel supplier. but unfortunately in this size, they were 1 inch thick, 4 by 10 foot sheets. We were not able to source those, so we needed to have them custom made. A lot of the times we would hand stitch these veneers right here in our shop, but that process can get really expensive and time consuming. And with something like a Rift White Oak, we're able to source these panels and still have them look great. If we were looking for matching cathedrals throughout, that's something a little bit different where we would probably stitch it in-house. But here we're able to save a little bit of money, use an off-the-shelf product, and also help save a little bit of time. Once we're in the front door, we hung up our coat. There's actually going to be this little alcove area here. Now this panel in the back is one of the panels that match all of the other doors. There's a window above that we'll also trim out in the white oak. Each one of these end panels will also become Rift White Oak, so this entire thing matches. Then we're gonna have a black steel frame with a white oak bench top here, so you can put on your shoes, your boots, whatever, and get ready for the day, or when you come home, you can take them off, throw them into one of these drawers. So as we're moving down, we have 3 more cabinets. These all have the same lift up hardware. And on the interior, again, these are going to have closet rods, and they're bored out for adjustable shelves. So that way it gives them the flexibility to have either additional hanging or additional shelf storage in all 3 of these cabinets. They all will have a drawer at the bottom. Now these are going to be pretty large and deep drawers, tons of storage for shoes, boots, and additional items. All the interiors here are the same, but just to give you guys a look at what we've got going on here. The drawers, however, are not installed yet, so the drawer fronts are just temporarily held up into place. So one of the other cool things that we're doing here is when we had all of these pieces sequenced, we also had to order a couple additional sheets of this veneer because we're going to be veneering something here in-house. Now, as we come down this run of cabinetry, we're going to run into a basement door. So there'll be a door here that leads down into the basement. This door is going to be veneered as well with the same veneer. So again, this entire run matches. There is a filler on either side of that door and a panel above so that all of these seams, all of these lines continue throughout. And yes, this entire piece is going to be cut from the same sheet of veneer. So the side panels and the door and the above panel are all going to match, be cut from the same exact sheet. After that door, we have that filler panel on the side. There is another end panel here that will return back and go all the way up and butt into the stair railing. So now that we've kind of walked through this entryway cabinet, you can see behind me and next to me, the shop is packed full. If we spun you around and look the other way, we got even more projects going over there. And we are in it. So that means you guys can expect a lot more content from us coming here in the future. But in regards to that, since earlier this year, we made the split from NS Builders into MATERIA, we split the cabinet shop off into its own company. We're also going to be following suit and starting a MATERIA Millwork YouTube channel. The Revealed series, as well as some other content, are going to live exclusively on this channel. The MATERIA channel is going to be for cabinetry, and the NS Builders channel will remain general building. Please be sure to go ahead and subscribe to that MATERIA Millwork YouTube channel. We will link it in the description below. All of these episodes going forward will live on that page, so be sure to subscribe so you do not miss any of those episodes. Now, before I let you guys go, I do have just one more question. We skimmed over it pretty quick, but we're a fan of using these Bloom HK lift up doors. We just wrapped up a project where we used their HF bifold doors. I'm super curious, what are you guys using for your lift up doors? I know there's a ton of different products on the market for them. So please drop a comment below and just let me know what you guys prefer for your lift up hardware. We'll catch you guys soon. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks.